He was a man of gold and grace, with power shining on his face. Kings would bow and crowds would cheer. His voice alone could stir up fear. He lived in halls of marble, white, where chandelier kissed silver light. Every dream was his, too. On every word could shake a throne. But though his wealth filled endless lands, he felt an ache he could not understand, for deep inside his guarded chest he longed for something words can't express. He wanted love not bought or sold, not shaped by power, nor wrapped in gold. He wished for touch that asked for none. He heart that stared when all was done. Then one quiet day, beneath soft skies, he met a woman with truthful eyes. Her dress was plain, her step was free, her voice was calm as a morning sea. She did not bow, she did not stare, she looked at him as if unaware, and when he spoke of fame and crown, she smiled, then gently turned around. He called to her, both shocked and stirred. No one had ever left his word. He offered jewels. She softly said, "Keep them for those who love the red." He tried again with gifts and charm, but she just smiled, calm and warm. When he brought nothing, just stood near, she welcomed him without fear. He thought at first she played a game, pretending pride, denying fame. But days went by, truth grew clear. She was different, sincere, and dear. She asked him things no soul had dared, not of gold or how he fared. She asked when silence fills the air, "Do you feel peace or just despair?" He paused. The question hit too deep. It woke the pain he tried to keep. She asked again, her tone so mild. When did someone last hug you, child? You child. He laughed, confused, but not in jest. Her words had broken through his chest, for she had seen the man inside, not the mask the world supplied. He watched her walk through streets so bare, with children laughing everywhere. She gave her time, her care, her bread with kindness, soft as sunlight, spread, not shame, no glory, no reward, yet hearts were healed with just her word. He followed quietly, unseen, to learn what peace could truly mean. He saw her eyes when storms would come, still calm, still clear, still never numb. Whether in place, whether in palace or in street, she stood the same, so pure, complete, and he, the man the world obeyed, felt lost within the life he had made, for what was all his golden store. When her smile gave him so much more, he said one night, I can give you all riches, power, a shining hall. She looked at him, her gaze sincere. What will you give when silence draws near? Her voice was soft, but words like fire burned through his walls, his false desire. He could not speak, he could not lie. The truth stood naked in his eye. From that night on, he changed his way. He stopped pretending every day. No gifts, no crown, no golden art. He offered her his beating heart. He told her secrets, fear, and pain. The nights he cried, the dreams in vain. He spoke of loneliness behind fame, of watching love without a name. She listened, not to fix or judge. Her silence felt like gentle touch, and in her gaze he saw his truth. The man he had lost since restless youth. Each time she smiled, his word grew small. Each love she gave could melt a wall. He started seeing how life could be without the chains of royalty. Yet the world around began to stir. Whispers rose about him and her. She's too simple, too plain, too weak. Our rulers match should be antique. He heard the noise but did not care, for she had taught him how to bear. He prayed not for power, not for might, but for courage to love her right. He once believed love must impress, be dressed in diamonds, gold, success. But she had shown him it's not grand, it's simply holding someone's hand. He looked at halls once filled with pride, now empty, cold, and hollow inside. The feast, the dances, the endless price all felt distant, lost in haze. One morning he stood at her door. No crown, no guard, no robes he wore, just a man with trembling heart, ready for truth to tear apart. I don't know how to be, he said. The man you see within my head. I was taught to lead, to own, to fight, but not to love with open light. She smiled, so soft, like dawn anew, then let go of what you thought you know. I don't need your role or reign. Just you are here, both joy and pain. Her words undid his final chain. He felt alive, though touched by pain. He learned that love was not control, but losing self to find the soul. Yet whispers grew and storm did call. They warned her fall will be your fall. She has no name, no crown, no fame. She will only bring your kingdom shame. He stayed awake through endless nights, torn between heart and worldly rights. He feared for her the hate, the scorn, the cruel eyes of those well born, but love had made him braver still. He had climbed any mountains, bent any will. For what was power if it chained the only soul his heart had gained? He prayed not for victory or prize, but strength to walk through darkest days. Each dawn he whispered to the skies, let truth be louder than their lies. He met her by the river's side, no jewels, no throne, no royal pride, just sky above and earth below, and feelings he could no longer slow. You have changed me, he said with care. You have stripped my soul completely bare. You have made me weak, yet made me strong. You have taught me right by proving wrong. I don't want thrones or kingdoms tall if I can't share my heart at all. If I fail, I will try again, but I can't lose you not again. She looked at him, her eyes aglow, soft as stars in moonlight's flow. What if love is hard and long? What if storm prove we were wrong? He breathed his chest so tight. I will hold you through each darkest night. For the first time, fear feels small because loving you means risking all. She smiled, then gentle, warm, and true. I never asked for what you do, just promise promise me whatever the cost that love stays pure when all else is lost. He nodded slow, his voice unsure. I promise love that will endure. And as the wind began to sing, he knew he had found his everything. Days turned weeks and whispers spread, but peace still bloomed where love had led. He walked beside her, calm, aware that love is brave when hearts both dare. He watched her help, he watched her give, he saw how simply she could live, and in her eyes he found his rest, the home his heart had never guessed. He stopped counting coins and gold, stopped caring for the tales retold. The world could speak, could mock, could hate, but love had changed his every fate. He had walked through fire across each sea, if that's what truth demanded. Demanded be, he had faced his court, his throne, his his peers, and silenced them with love, not fear. He learned that wealth can build a wall, but love can make them gently fall. He learned that crowns can weight a man, but heart can lift him when none can. He stood before his council's hall, their voices sharp, their faces tall. She is not fit, the elder cried. She will break the name you have glorified. He looked at them, calm yet strong, and said, then you have judged me wrong, for all this gold and royal line are worthless if her heart's not mine. Silence fell thick and deep. Even Wall seemed afraid to speak, for they had seen in his steady tone a king who had found a true throne. He turned and left his crown behind, his heart ahead, his soul aligned. And when he reached her waiting side, the world grew small. Love amplified. She touched his hand and soft said, you have left behind the life you led. He smiled, his eyes both tired and bright. I have lost the world but found my light.